That one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
It'll be 37 yards. There on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast
true.
start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
All All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught, left sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 22.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot! Patriot! You got 4. You got
4. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Here comes Nelson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely. The game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Brown. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Back that Philly. Here we go.
On 1st down, they're going option left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. They'll run for it with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Third and goal, Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Second down, Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Winston. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And they're running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but
Let's go now.
so after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Ready. Blue lady. Boys up. Boys up.
From the gun, Winston. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Sonic. Sonic. Hey,
Jameis to throw it. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
watch it now, Barney. Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Leopard. Leopard. Hey. You got 3. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Here we go.
They'll run with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. Cook following the penalty. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. So we're at halftime here in the inner harp. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. Here comes Nelson. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Throwing, Winston. And Winston lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready. Move ready.
3rd and long for Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To the left side here for Eifert. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Goes underneath for Bell. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They'll try and run it in with Bell. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop it. Le'Veon Bell, no shades there at 2015 against the Chargers where he stumbled in. Here he can't get in. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They go play action with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hut!
From the gun, it's Jackson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So an agile move, but not a big gain. Down right near the 25. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw again is Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Gun, gun!
Check, 53 flight. Check, 53 flight.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Play action. Now Jackson. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. It's a 11th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a second down throw for Winston. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They go play action. Winston. And Eifert has it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Working out of the gun. Winston. And fights him off. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches, as a general rule, that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the Steelers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. In for the score. And the Ravens will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember on huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's Bell, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Jameis on second down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the Steelers on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw, Winston. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And now here come the Ravens. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.